Hi guys, welcome to the subtle art of not doing anything. You're probably wondering right now why I'm whispering. Well, it's because I don't want everyone to know this secret. And I'm going to share it with you in a way that hopefully it'll make sense and this will change your whole life. Forget the 4-hour work week. Forget rich dad, poor dad. Tycoons, gurus like Tai Lopez, Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Dan Lok, all these guys, they're encouraging you to do more, to be more, to write down your goals, to have a mindset where you can accomplish anything in the world. I'm going to ask you one question. Why? Why? It's absolutely crazy. So, on this video channel, I'm going to teach you the subtle art of doing nothing. And it's quite devious when you think about it. Because if you do it the right way, and you might have come across these people, maybe even in your workplace, where at the end of your work week, you see your buddy Joe in the next cubicle and you're like, what the hell does that guy actually do? Well, my friends, he's probably taken my course, The Subtle Art of Doing Nothing. When you don't know what your manager does for a living, then that person has probably taken my course as well. Because it's so subtle. They look like they're busy, but you can't quite put a finger on it as to what they actually do. And there's probably hints of it when you go to the grocery store and maybe you see people walking around, they look really busy, but actually they're like spies. They're really doing nothing. So I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips and I'll wrap up this video, but I want to share with you that, man, if you actually have found my channel, I would shake your hand, but I don't want you to actively do that again. I don't want you to be working hard trying to find channels to inspire you and all that kind of stuff. Like, whoa, that's really doing too much. So I'm glad you came across this channel. I don't want you to do too much. I don't want you to do like and subscribe. So what I would suggest is pick one or the other. Either like this video or subscribe to my channel. Because if you do too much, it's kind of contradicting what I'm saying. So I don't want you to do that. I want you to live a life of freedom. I want you to be able to do what you want when you want. And I want you to basically have a lifestyle that you've always dreamt about but didn't know how to accomplish it. So I'm going to give you a tip here. Here's one of my tips. This one, you can implement this tip today, and I hope you will practice each and every one of these tips. I'm going to try and give you 1 or 2 tips in each video. That way it'll become a little bit more natural the more you practice it. I would encourage you to look in the mirror a few times. Try some of these techniques because I want it to feel natural. I want you to just be able to glide into society effortlessly and just blend in. You want people to ask you again and again, what is it exactly that you do? That is brilliant. If you get enough people doing that, you're on the right track. So here's one of the techniques that I like to do. So say, for example, my wife is coming up to me for the 3rd time to ask me to take out the garbage. Okay? It sounds simple, but it is very tedious. Very tedious. You got to go downstairs. You got to get your shoes on. And maybe maybe if it's cold out or raining or something, maybe you got to get your jacket on, and then you got to open up the gate to take the bins out, and then you got to figure out which of the 3 bins you got to take out. It involves a lot of mental power, mental resources that you could be using binge watching Netflix. So you got to be careful. Be very careful. So this is what I like to do. Wife comes in. She's like, honey, can you take out the garbage? And this is the 3rd time, right? So this is what you do. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll do that. And you go like this. And you don't want to stand up because that means you're committed. But you lean slowly. And when you lean slowly, as she's walking by, she will think you are on your way to go take out the garbage. Remember, if you don't move, she's going to think you're lazy. But if you're like, you acknowledge that you've heard her, yes, dear, right away I will get on it, and you lean. When you do that, leaning, it's very subtle. Practice this, not too much, because if you stand up, you're committed. So we don't want any commitment. So again, it's just both hands, use your palm, is right in between the palm of your hand and the base of your fingers. You could use all 4. There's pads. You could probably feel the pads are really soft. Place that gently on the left. Same thing on the right. Gently. And then you lean in and you go to sit up. You go to stand up. But you're not there. Do not let your buttocks leave the seat. Once it leaves, you're committed. And I want you to do that because now you're going to be one of those people that are doing everything. Don't want to be that person. So it's very subtle. Very subtle. All right? You want to be able to flow like a ninja. That's the name of this game. So once again, thank you for visiting my channel, The Subtle Art of Doing Nothing. I look forward to seeing you in another video. In the meantime, please be careful. Be careful out there. Do not do too much. See you in the next video.